You did it. The promotion. The degree. The big launch. The round of applause. And at first it felt amazing. The rush. The pride. The validation. But then, something strange happened. The high wore off. The pressure crept in. The joy turned into anxiety. And now you're left wondering, why doesn't success feel like I thought it would? If this sounds familiar, you're not broken. You're just human. In today's episode, we're digging into the psychology of post-success letdown. Why achievements don't always deliver lasting happiness. How ambition can turn into emptiness. And what to do when reaching the top still leaves you hungry. Because chasing success is one thing. Living with it is a whole different game. Let's talk about it. Let's not downplay it. Success can feel incredible. When you achieve something meaningful, your brain releases a cocktail of dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins. These are the feel-good chemicals that give you that rush, that moment where everything feels right. You're recognized, validated, and socially success brings status, approval, sometimes money, sometimes admiration. These things matter to us because we're wired to seek value in the eyes of others and ourselves. So no, it's not just your ego. Success really does feel good, biologically, emotionally, socially. But the key word here is feel. And feelings, no matter how powerful, don't last forever. Here's the thing no one tells you about success. It has a short emotional shelf life. The party ends. The trophy gathers dust. The compliments fade. And then you're just you again. With a new title. A new pressure. A new bar to maintain. This is what psychologists call hedonic adaptation. It's the tendency to return to a baseline level of happiness, even after big positive changes. You land your dream job, but a few months in it's just a job. You hit a milestone, but your brain's already looking for the next one. You reach the top, and suddenly the view isn't quite what you imagined. We adapt. Quickly. Which means success can feel like chasing a moving target that never truly satisfies. Once you've tasted success, it's easy to become addicted to the feeling. Not addicted in the literal sense, but psychologically attached. You crave that next win. The next hit of praise. The next proof that you're doing okay. And in that chase, you start defining your worth by what you produce, accomplish, or prove. This is the beginning of achievement addiction. It's when doing well becomes your primary source of identity, validation, and emotional stability. The danger? You start needing bigger and bigger wins just to feel normal. And when you don't achieve, you feel like you're failing, even if you're doing just fine. It's not ambition. It's dependency. Reaching success is one thing. Maintaining it, that's a whole other layer of stress. Once people see you as competent, capable, or exceptional, it can feel like there's no room for failure. You're not allowed to be tired, or uncertain, or average. You become the expectation others have of you. And worse, you internalize that expectation. Suddenly, every day becomes performance. Every setback feels like a crisis. Every small dip feels like you're slipping backward. This is why so many high achievers live with chronic anxiety, burnout, and imposter syndrome. Because success doesn't always free you, it can trap you. Then there's the darker side. The moment you realize you got what you wanted, and you still feel unfulfilled. This is the classic success paradox. You climbed the ladder, but it was leaning against the wrong wall. You won the game, but you don't like the prize. You hit the goal, but your soul didn't come along for the ride. This happens when we chase success without clarity. When we follow definitions handed to us by society, family, or culture, without asking if they truly align with who we are. It's not that success is meaningless. It's that unexamined success is. And without meaning, achievement turns into a performance. Even after reaching your goals, there's always someone doing more, earning more, getting more attention. Social comparison is relentless. And social media doesn't help. You could be thriving in your lane, but a 5-second scroll can make you feel behind. Like you're not doing enough. Like your success isn't impressive anymore. This is how the finish line keeps moving. And why contentment becomes so elusive. Because we don't just want to succeed, We want to succeed comparatively. We want to be seen as more, better, faster, cooler. And that race, it never ends. Many of us tie our identity to what we do, not who we are. I'm a top student. I'm the youngest manager. I'm the one who always delivers. These labels feel empowering, until you lose them. Or until you're too exhausted to keep up. Then suddenly your sense of self starts to unravel. Who are you without the titles? What happens when you stop achieving? Are you still enough? This is why success without self-awareness can become a trap. It fills your resume but empties your reflection. You become a brand. A function. Not a human. Success can also be lonely. As you rise, fewer people can relate to your pressure. Some people may envy you. Others may expect more from you. Some may even distance themselves. And if you're struggling, it can feel hard to admit. Because from the outside, it looks like you're living the dream. That creates emotional dissonance. You're doing great on paper, but inside you're disconnected, anxious, or numb. But you don't talk about it. Because successful people shouldn't complain, right? That silence only deepens the isolation. So what do? We start by redefining success. Not by what the world says. Not by what gets likes or applause. But by what matters to you. Success doesn't have to mean more. Ask yourself, what kind of life do I actually want? What values do I want to live out, not just perform? What would success look like if no one else were watching? The moment you stop chasing external validation and start pursuing internal fulfillment, success becomes sustainable. And personal. Not something to maintain, but something to live. If you're someone who's been on the hamster wheel of success, here are a few things that can help. Celebrate, then reflect. It's okay to enjoy your wins. But after the high, ask what this achievement taught you and what it cost you. Was it worth it? Detach your worth from outcomes. You're not your GPA, your salary, or your title. You are more than the numbers. Practice rest and stillness. You don't have to earn your right to slow down. Rest isn't failure, it's fuel. Connect with people who value you for who you are, not just what you do. Real relationships make success feel shared, and struggles feel safe. Allow space for uncertainty. You're allowed to not know what comes next. Success isn't linear. Neither are you. Success can be beautiful, empowering, even transformative. But it isn't everything. And when we build our identity, worth, and happiness solely around achievement, we risk losing sight of the very things that make life worth living: connection, curiosity, peace, meaning. So if success feels good but fleeting, if the applause is fading and the pressure is rising, you're not alone. You're not ungrateful. You're just human learning how to live beyond the finish line. Thanks for watching. If this helped you see success in a new light, give it a like, share it with someone caught in the chase, and subscribe for more grounded, research-backed reflections on what it means to be human. Until next time, remember, you're not just what you accomplish. You're someone worth celebrating, on your best days and all the others too.